Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I am excited to be here. I am feeling a little bit better than I was last night, but now my daughter is not feeling so hot. Oh, let me get this light together. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have on a hat. It's a hat day. Um, I just came back from the grocery store, and so I'm doing all things errands today. So let's see. What are we doing? So this is the weekend before Thanksgiving, and I just kind of had to come in and check out um, and let you guys know what is going on with my weight. So if anybody's here, say hello in the chat if you can. I realize some people watch this, they could be driving or doing other things. Um, so So yeah, this week was a challenging week for me. I honestly, when I got on that scale, I wasn't expecting to lose anything. And it's just, it's been different this week for me. I had a couple of stressful things going on, and usually I like, will stress eat or emotional eat, and I did not do that. But I haven't really been having the healthiest food either. I've been eating a lot of frozen food, and vegetables are fine, but the meats that are frozen, basically what they do is they add salt to them, sodium, and sodium makes you retain weight. So I had made a commitment and said, I had my refrigerator go out in May or April. It took till June to fix it because of my homeowners not my homeowners insurance, but a warranty coverage I had that didn't really kick in like they were supposed to. And it just took longer than expected to get that refrigerator fixed. And so I said to myself, if that ever happens again, I am going to be ready and not have so many things in my freezer that could go bad. So I made a commitment to not do that. I'm trying to fix this light. This light does not want to cooperate with me today. So I made a commitment that I wasn't going to have a ton of things just sitting around in my freezer. I was going to eat what was in there, and then once that pretty much is gone, then I would purchase other things. So that's what I've been doing. And so because of that, we had a lot of like chicken nuggets and chicken breast. Some of it is breaded, lightly breaded, but all those things retain water. And so because of that, I wasn't really expecting to lose. So I did go to the grocery store. I just left the grocery store and hightailed it here. Hey Kim J. I hightailed it here so that I can, get on live and do my little, weight loss update. So I've had some struggles. I told this story last night on my lives. I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch my interview with Jill, the one and only 2.0 mommy, but we kind of premiered the video last that night, and she did an awesome job. And one of the things I was telling, some of the people in the chat, the people that were there last night on the live is this week I got so stressed out, and then just little things annoyed me, and I won't say one thing stressed me out. Okay, can you guys hear me? Kim just said, can anyone hear DD? Can you not hear me? No sound. Can you hear me, Kim? I'll put that in the chat. Oh, okay, she said yes, she could hear me. Okay, so um I don't know, Jazzy, what's going on. So okay, so back to the story. So I got so stressed out last week over the phone call that I got that, I mean, it wasn't the best phone call. I mean, I just think I wish I would have just hung up the phone and told that person and we'll have to talk another day, but they kind of caught me off guard. They caught me on my lunch break and just wanted to have this conversation. And so we did. And I'm pretty sure she probably wishes she had not called me. But yeah, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. But another thing that happened is I was, recording some videos, and I don't like to record when I'm driving. So I pulled over. I got to my daughter's aftercare and I pulled over. And when I pulled over, I recorded this video. It was maybe not even probably 5 minutes long. And so, it was, I want to say it was like 5:20ish. So I go in there to get my daughter, and one of the the guys said to me, were you parked in that, spot over there? And I said, yes. And he said, oh, so you're parked over there, but you didn't come, you were parked, for that time, but you didn't come in here and get your daughter first and then go out. And I looked at him, and then my 24-hour rule kicked in about not commenting while I'm still upset or annoyed. I won't say upset, but annoyed. And so I didn't say anything. And so the next day, really technically wouldn't have been 24 hours, right? Because I dropped her off in the morning. So the next day, I saw him and we had the best conversation. We were talking about Michael Jackson of all things. So we were talking about that. And I just thought, I don't want to ruin his day and start his day off because it was, the beginning of the day. Plus, technically, it wasn't 24 hours. And so now we have this whole Thanksgiving break for me to kind of lose my annoyance about it. But I will say something to him about that. And one of the reasons I said that is because, I don't know if any of you have children in daycare, before care, after care, or like little ones in daycare. But my daughter, the time she has to be picked up by 6 o'clock. And normally I'm there, go straight there and pick her up. But this time, I was there, but I was just in the parking lot. Well, it's been times that they have canceled, like, on Friday, for example. It wasn't a whole day. She didn't even have aftercare. Well, they still charge you the same amount. So let's say I pay $150 a week. If they, if she can't be there, which they've, had to close it down a couple of times this year, they don't refund me any money back. So why are you worried that I'm sitting out in the parking lot and didn't come right in, and I'm on my phone or minding my business doing whatever I'm doing when you're still getting paid? You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to pick her up technically till 6. And so I was wondering, I said, I wonder if uh when he first said that, I looked around to make sure he wasn't just waiting with her, because I don't like that either, for him to just be or anybody to be waiting along with my daughter. That's another reason why I don't go, at the last minute. I pick her up, when I leave work. And so it was other kids in there though. So that irritated me. But I'm going to tell you, less and less, that micro habit of waiting 24 hours, that has helped. And usually, if I'm upset, I have learned not to text. If I'm just asking a basic question, I will text. If you text me something that's, kind of snippy or not nice, I'll probably just won't respond, or I'll just say, something really quick, but I won't engage. So that stress eating is real. Does anybody else stress eat in here? Now, I haven't done it as much, but I'm not a drinker or a smoker. So I know some people might have a glass of wine, or some people, may, smoke a cigarette or whatever you do. And I don't have that. I don't have that at all. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've, maintained being overweight for all these years, because, I don't have those other outlets. So that I was telling people last night, that's why when, I'm making my videos, that's my creative outlet. That's me putting that extra, 10 on 20, because, that's my outlet. I don't really have, like, those other social outlets that other people, have. And so, no judgment. You got to do what you can do. Life can be stressful. So that was a stress. And then, just the everyday, work. And then the stress of trying to lose this weight before Thanksgiving. I was trying to trace it back to when I said I was going to lose 50 pounds by Thanksgiving. And I think at that point, I probably had 11, I want to say it was 11 point something pounds. And I thought, I think I had like a month to do it. And so if you've been watching my videos and if you've been keeping up with me, you know that I am slow and steady. And so I said, why did I do that to myself? Just why? I don't even know. And so the pressure was on and it's still on. So did I lose or did I gain? So before I answer that, let's say hello. I have some people here in the chat. We have Kim. I already said hi to Kim. Jazzy is here. Hey, Jazzy. Jazzy, I think you can hear me now. Um, she said she's going to come back and leave. She came back and left. Okay. Delilah, how are you? I feel like we just saw each other yesterday or we were in touch. And I was hoping you would come today because I could not find that special on Hulu. I did what I said I was going to do. As soon as I got off the live, I got ready for bed, got in the bed, and I could not find it. It's Hulu, right? And it's called, I kept seeing something that said Weight of a Nation, but I could not find that. So let me know if I was on the right streaming app, and let me know if you can remember the name because I could not find it. I thought I was going to fall asleep to that last night, and I didn't. I think I fell asleep to watching somebody's video. Jen is in the house. Hey, Jen. Hey, Jen. Delilah says, this is why my therapist has recommended I get some hobbies so I can have coping mechanisms that isn't eating, baking, or cooking. Yes, and that's a real thing. And I guess what else would you do unless you crochet? No, I'm not saying what else would you do, but I'm thinking, as far as like not having those other kind of habits that people have, you cooking and is something you would do, but I guess you could sew. I don't know if crochet. Even crochet is the cool version of sewing, I feel like, nowadays. So you could do any of those things. The thing I used to do before YouTube is, I'm interested in trading stocks. And that's my dream job is to be a stock trader. So I dabble in it. I've, made some great money, lost some great money too. And, over the summer, I really get into it. And then when school starts back, because I'm a teacher, I can't really be as into it. But before I started creating channels on YouTube, I mean, every video I watched was about finance. I have finance books. I'm, learning how to be a stock trader. So when I retire in a couple years, watch out because I may be making a channel about stock trading. So that's a good hobby though to have. This hobby of stock trading is, you just gotta have, you can't have a weak stomach for that because it's one thing to watch like your food defrost. If your refrigerator goes out or you have to pour out something that goes bad in your refrigerator. Watching money, and I'm not even going to say an amount, but watching your money just go from lots of money to zero or close to it, it's not fun. It's not fun. So I wouldn't recommend that hobby unless you're doing a lot of research. But so that's one of the things that YouTube has given me a creative outlet. Mary is here. Hi, Mary. Mary, I have been praying for you. My daughter's like, who is Mary? So I have to show her your profile pic. Oh, the Patrice Denise is here. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Let's see. Patrice, she's been giving some good awareness about diabetes. I did not know that it November or October was Diabetes Awareness Month. So she says she has some great videos on that. So you might want to go and check her out. And if you are not subscribed to the Patrice Denise, you need to be subscribed. She was one of the first YouTubers that I watched. Because she was one of the few ones that was out there doing it. How long have you been doing YouTube, making YouTube content? Has it been 2 years, Patrice? I can't remember. But I know you were one of the first ones. And I also was watching her because I take Manjaro and so does she. So, that's where, when she started and she would have those big Manjaro boxes up there. And I just loved her videos. And so that was kind of like, my kind of guide into it, I would say. Delilah says, it's hard to find. You are right. I think I'll post the link again. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what it's called now, but I called myself last night searching what I thought it was called. And the Weight of a Nation kept coming up. And in order to look at that, it said I had to have Disney, which I do, but it wanted me to like put in my password and download and do all this, sign back in. And because, like I said, I was in the bed watching it, thinking I was gonna fall asleep to it, I didn't feel like doing all that. It says that's just it. I have zero hobbies and need some. Yeah, we have to get you some hobbies. Um, Mary says she loves crochet and she plays the ukulele. That is so cool. At my school, they have a ukulele club and they do a great job. They teach, I want to say you have to be in third and fourth grade. My school goes up to fourth grade. So they're in there and, sometimes you might hear them in the morning practicing. So I think that's so cool. Delilah says, I have a friend who is a day trader. Oh my gosh, I gotta meet your friend. I, I am so into it. Oh my goodness. Um, Relating to Manjaro, it's been 2 years. Yes, I thought so. It's been a while. So you are an OG, right? You are an OG. I love that. And then we have She Is Tamika in the house. Oh my goodness. I'm sure She Is Tamika is on maintenance. So I always tell people, when you first get on, well, for me, and I don't know how you guys felt now, She Is Tamika and Patrice, they were, original G's, I call them. They were some of the original ones when people weren't making videos about this, I think. So, and I don't know how long She Is Tamika has been on there, but I think it's been a while. And I think you started off doing something else and then you transitioned into Zepbound. But I was gonna say, when I was watching videos, you really don't see um, you really don't see people that kind of relate to you, because I look for people that's like my same size and my same weight. And the point I was trying to make is I learned not to do that because you still can learn from people, even though you learn from them if they lost the weight you're trying to lose. So I look at it differently now that I'm a content creator. When I was first on there searching, I was searching for somebody was on Manjaro. And then there were a lot of Zepbound girls, not a lot of Manjaro girls, and so, or guys, or what, I couldn't find any of that many people. And then there was one lady that was on Manjaro, and her videos have like 3 years ago, her videos have like so many views, but I don't know if she's making content anymore. But she was one of the people. But I always thought like they were slimmer, like I had so much more weight to lose. So even though I was watching, I was just kind of like not as into it as I could have been. Then when I started becoming a content creator myself and needing some different strategies once I hit a stall, I was all over those videos again with Patrice, and now She Is Tamika. And so I think, that's why I tell people I love autobiographies and biographies, because I like to see how successful people, got to where they are and, in whatever they're doing. So I just love that. So go check them out. You might be saying, oh, they're slim. Oh, they're not my size. They don't need to be. They still have some great strategies that you can incorporate in your day to day. So, and I learned that, being a content creator. So, and then we have Kofia. Kofia is in the house and she is doing her thing. And she also has a channel, if you don't know, Kofia Fit at 40. I think we have some newer people in here. So go subscribe to Kofia. That is my girl. She is doing her thing. And I think Kofia is down 45 pounds the last time I heard. Like, she is doing it. Oh my goodness. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so proud of her. So she wants to get in that wonderland. I think, Kofi, is that still your goal by Thanksgiving? I think you're gonna do it. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Then from within 66. This is such a cool name. These names are so fascinating to me. Now, mind you, I'm an educator, so I have heard some names. And when we ask the kids to be creative, we go on this game called Kahoot. I don't know if anybody knows that, but you could download that for if you have a kiddo. I don't care if they're in elementary school or high school, they will love Kahoot. So if you download Kahoot, you can go on there and the kids make up fancy names, because you might be thinking, oh, no kid's going to have Think From Within 66, but they do. They come up with these names, and Kahoot is an example of that. And the names are so cool. I'm like, some of these names, where did they get these names from? And so there really isn't a name I don't think I haven't heard. This is my 31st year of teaching, and I've heard some names from parents and students. And so I love the creativity with these names. She Is Tamika. Oh, she said Patrice is her girl. I know, I know. I love that. Um, the show it told me to watch that you the show told me to watch it on FX, but I watched it in Hulu. Okay, can you tell me the name? Did you say the name? Can I just call you Thin? Can you tell us the name of it? Because like I said, I could not find it. Uh, Patrice is saying, hey. Kofia says, some hobbies I've looked into. Oh, good suggestions here. Writing, board games, movement, teaching, instruments, a new language, and starting a business. Those are all really, really good ones. Really, really good ones. I love that. She is Tamika. Oh, she was on Wegovy first and then Zepbound. Okay. Okay. So you were the time you got on Zepbound is around the time I started my Manjaro. So that's when I started looking. So you were on Wegovy. So no wonder you're trying to get Twan to switch over because you were there, been there, done that, right? So Patrice says, yes, the diabetes info you provided was Kim J is saying this to Patrice, very informative. I'm also on Manjaro, so I love your channel and godly inspiration. Yes, we love that too. And that radiates, don't you agree with her through her videos? So we appreciate that. So Kofia says, yep, 199 by Thanksgiving. I don't know if I'll make it. Well, you know what? If you don't make it, you just reset. You're gonna do it probably like the next week if you don't do it then. But it's I'm telling you, Kofia, it is the stress of saying you're gonna set this goal more so than anything, I think. That gets to you because they're like I kept thinking about it and I'm like, this is not my weight loss journey. But I do like that it really has focused me and made me narrow in on some of those, I would say, behaviors as far as eating and all of that, exercising. It made me step it up a notch. And so I give it credit for that. And my light just turned. Jeez Louise. Oh, no, my light is really turned. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Patrice, you know about Kahoot. I love Kahoot. Yeah. And now, Kofia, you have three beautiful little ladies over there. I would introduce them to Kahoot. I could text you the information. They would love it. You'll make it, Kofia. Fit at 40, she will. Um, she said, is that supposed to be neither? It's spelled funny because I don't know. I am so not into the lingo. Like I know education acronyms, and that's pretty much it. Everybody's telling Kofia she could do it. And hey, Lakeisha, the weight of the world special. Now, the weight of the world. Let me write this down because I think I was doing, well, I put the weight and then the weight of a nation popped up. And then I was looking for other things that said the weight because I don't know if I remembered that last night, to be honest. But I'm gonna have to let me take a screenshot. I have to remember that. I like to watch documentaries and I told you biographies. I'm all things, seeing how things work and how people put things together. So she says, Shanitha or Shanitha? Shanitha. Shanitha. Is it Shanitha? Love it. See, I've never heard that name. I love that. Shanitha. Thank you guys. Send the prayers up for me. We are praying for you. Yes, you will do it. You got this. I love the challenge. It keeps me focused and builds momentum. It does. It really does. Does anyone else have any weight loss goals by Thanksgiving? Great question. I was going to ask that question, and Lakeisha said, my goal by Thanksgiving is to be at 236. So where are you now, Lakeisha? I know you tell us every week, but of course, so everybody can hear. I'll try to fix this light. This is not working out. Anybody else? Do Shamika, Tamika, she is Tamika, and Patrice, are you guys still setting goals, weight loss goals for yourself? I wonder. All right, let me try to fix this light. This light is not my friend today. Okay. Let's see. I want to break it. You guys hear? I know you can hear that too. Oh, I don't know. We'll leave it there. I feel like it's a dark shadow that's been cast. That whatever light this is, you know how they say, I don't know if you guys have done lives, but they say the actresses and actors that lights make all the difference, and they really do. I can't believe it. They really do. They make a difference in a lot. You know wouldn't think so. I'm going with this, but I feel like I could be much lighter. Let me bring this light over. Sorry, I have another light. Maybe try to bring it closer. I don't know. Oh well. All right. So she said, it's Indian. Her great grandmother named her. Oh, okay. I crossed my first major goal, which was 100 pounds. Wow. She said she hit that on 11/17 at 101. Wow. Oh my goodness. Very good. Jeez, Louise, 100 pounds. So you've lost 101 pounds. I love that. That is so cool. That's my ultimate goal is to get to 100. Um, to 100 pounds down. Let me see. I think I logged off the comments. Congratulations. So we have another 100-pound loss. How cool is that? Jen says I'm 1.6 away 1.6 pounds away from my goal. Maybe I will hit it by Thanksgiving. You probably will by Thursday. We shall see. Good luck, Jen. Jen, you are doing it too. I made Kim J. I made it go a couple of weeks ago to get to 210 by Thanksgiving. I'm on point at 212 now. That is so cool. So you 210 by Thanksgiving. So you only have 2 more pounds to go. Okay. All right. Now moving to fitness goals, doing a 3K run. This is Patrice, a jog and meeting goals in strength training. How cool is that? Very good. Let me bring this light over, guys. I'm just like, I feel like I'm looking super dark. And then I have on black. Well, I actually have on black and then it's white attached to my shirt, but you guys can't see it. So I have to fix my light. What is going on with my light? I don't even know. Okay. All right, all right. So, Jen is doing it. I feel like Jen, have you hit a stall yet? I don't know if you have. I don't. If you have, I haven't heard of it. Um, Delilah said it's hard to find. I think it's because the name of the episode, not the name of the series, and I thought it was a series. Maybe that's it. That's a good point. Maybe that's it. The Patrice Denise, congratulations. Everybody saying congratulations on your 100 pounds. That is a big deal. That is. So Patrice is doing a 5K, not a 3K. Oh my gosh, that is impressive. I love it. Oh, Delilah saying, you got this, Lakeisha. My goal was 150. I'm at 161, but I keep getting too skinny comments. Well, you know what? I would go with what you want to look like. I won't worry about the comments. One thing about it is you get down to that 150, you can always put back on weight if you, in fact, feel too thin. So I would go with the goal you set for yourself. Yeah, I remember you had told me that people were making comments at work about you being thin and like kind of skinny shaming you, I think you called it. I had a friend who says she's skinny shamed. She's still thin to this day. And she's always said that ever since we were kids. I used to talk about people saying I was chubby and chunky, and they would use those words. But back then, when I was I in college? I was in high school. I was middle school, high school, younger, like maybe even into elementary. And, I was the size that probably is a perfect size. Now, when you're African American, I will say in our culture, to have like bigger parts is attractive. And so I was always seen as like really attractive, I was told, because I had bigger parts. And then now when your stomach and your waist start catching up with everything else, that's when it's not seen as attractive anymore. And so I think Delilah had asked me last night, he said, well, you must not have always been overweight. And from a doctor's perspective, I was, but from my culture's perspective, I was, kind of like nice, the shape you would probably want to be. So the shape that these ladies are paying to get injected now, I was that shape naturally before I put on a bunch of weight. So anyway, Patrice says, Jen, I feel you, but yes, do what you want to do. I agree. Jen says she has not really been in a stall, but losing and gaining. Okay, like we've all probably done that, the same 2 or 3 recycled pounds. I could definitely relate to that. Kim J says you'll do great with the run, Patrice. You've been putting in work for sure. Oh yes, for definitely, for sure. So let me just tell you guys, I am excited to report my little update. So let's see the scale. Now I recorded this, and I recorded my little Renfo scale. So I'm going to add that real quick here. And I don't know. Oh, it's playing. So I'm at 258.8. So if you weren't here last week or you didn't see this live last week, you're probably thinking, okay, what does that mean? Okay, so let me show you. So last week, let me remove this video. Let me. What are we going to do? So now I know Kofia, she's gonna do it. I could just tell. I think Kofia's gonna do it. About myself, I'm gonna. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know if you can still hear me with this on the screen, but I need to lose 2.4 pounds by Thanksgiving Day, and so that is on Thursday. Now I don't know if I will be add myself back. I don't know why my screen is black back there, but wait a second. Let me. So I don't know if I will be on here on Thursday. Thursday, of course, I'm cooking on Wednesday. I will be live on Wednesday at 8. By that time, I probably will be done cooking. Maybe I'll do some cooking. I don't know. I'm talking. I plan to be done cooking the Thanksgiving things that I'm, cooking. I, bought a lot of things today, but I want on Thursday. I want to take my daughter to the movies. On Thursday. And so, I have to fit that in, and then we may visit a friend. So I don't know if I'll be on here Thursday. So maybe Friday, for sure Sunday, but I will let you know on Thursday where I stand no matter what. I'm going to weigh in on Thursday. That's technically, Thanksgiving. And then that Sunday, if I hit that 50 pounds by that Sunday, I'm taking that too. So that is my goal. So that would put me at gosh, I think the most weight I've ever lost on this journey is probably 8 pounds at 1 month, maybe even a little less than that. And so, and I've kind of crushed that already with this momentum I have going and kicking it up a notch. So you are definitely right, Kofia, when you say that giving yourself a challenge, it motivates you. It really does. Because if I had not given myself this challenge, I would just be chilling and taking it easy breezy. I would, be doing all the things, but I wouldn't be kicked up a notch doing all the things. So, and I'm telling you, what has really helped me is not eating past 7 o'clock. That has been probably the best thing I could have done. And then I don't really eat until, well, on weekends, I don't eat until 11. But during the weekday, I usually eat like it's 8 o'clock. I want to say 8 o'clock. And so I wish, maybe that'll be one of my goals is to not eat until 11 because 11 o'clock is my lunch break. I know that's pretty early, but that's my goal eventually to not eat until 11 at work. So we'll see if I could do that. But the stress of work, I just got to be chewing something. And so I chew gum, but I just want to eat something. And I told you, as being a teacher, I don't know if any of you are educators, and I don't know if the nursing field is like this, but it's food everywhere. It's food everywhere. We have teachers' lounges on every floor. We have a two-story building, and I want to say it's two teacher lounges. Well, it's always food in those. And then we have a conference room that we sometimes, have food in. And like a nice parent will bring in, donuts for the whole teaching staff. As a thank you. The holiday time, you could forget it. You're going to have so many snacks, and people, if they have a party or they have guests, they bring in their snacks, their leftover snacks, and they put them in the lounge. And then now they've even started putting it, I think I told you this last night, in the mail room. So everybody has to check their mail. The expectation is to check it twice a day and at least once though. So at least once you're going to be walking past those goodies. And I mean, these parents are baking, and some things are store bought, not always baked, but a lot of things are store bought, and they're buying like just in case you wanted to say, oh, I can't eat that, I'm gluten free. Well, they have gluten free snacks ready to go. Just in case you say, oh, I have a flour allergy. Well, they have flour free snacks ready to go. Whatever you need, they got you covered. If you say, well, I don't eat snacks that have like aspartame in them. Well, they have snacks that don't. They have something for everybody. And I love that, right? Because it's inclusive. They realize, it's diversity. Everybody's different what they're eating. But they cater to whatever you do, other than, if you are trying not to eat, they just say, you let that control kick in. So I am going to be avoiding those things. So I do have to go to my mailbox. I think I'm going to ask my partner teacher to in the afternoons or pick up the mail for me. So if I know it's some snacks or a potluck or something down there, I won't be tempted to just taste it because some things are so little, you just like, oh, a little bite won't hurt. But then the next thing you know, one bite becomes 2 bites, becomes 3 bites. You're taste testing a bunch of things, and we all know calories add up. So yeah, so let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Do you think I could do this? I have what I say, 2.4 more pounds to go. She says she mentioned her goals further up. Okay. I think I have to go back and scroll up, Tamika. Jen, I feel you, but yes, I do. Some of these I think I'm already on. Not really a star. I saw that. Okay. I think that's where I left off. I'm so sad that I lost all my breasts before anything else, and it makes me sad. I've always had huge ones, but not anymore. I just have a huge apron belly. Oh no, oh no. Well, you know what? You got to reshape that body however way you can. Maybe you could talk to your doctor about, you know, some options moving forward. But that's one of the downsides, right, to losing a lot of weight is that, you're going to have things that are hanging. That's also a downside to getting older, even though you're older. I told you guys my mom was slim and trim and she had things hanging. It's just gravity and weight. And I guess if she was strength training, which my mom was never into exercise, she was just naturally thin. And so I guess that's what you would call it. And so I never really saw anyone exercising or doing anything like that when I was growing up. And that's one of the reasons why, I need to start, when I get into this, working out a little bit more, being more visible so my daughter can see it. Because remember, I'm working out when she's going to bed because those are the times when I'm up and right before bed or in the morning, I don't wake her up at the same time. But, when I'm on that, are the times I do get on the treadmill and she is rooting me on. So yeah, I want to do that more because I want her to see that because that's one of the reasons why I just don't love exercise. I think it's because I never saw it growing up and it was just never a thing in my family. Congratulations, Diva. Thank you, Lakeisha. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I was not expecting to lose anything this week, honestly. So to see that on the scale, that is great. She is Tamika said, now I can. Okay. And I don't know if she's answering me or somebody in the chat. Kofia says, congratulations. Don't forget to hit that like button for this live. Thank you. I always forget to say that. Jazzy says, yes, our hospital management will always bring in food for the unit. Yeah, lots of food, some of these jobs. I think the food everywhere is common for all jobs. I worked in the medical field, call centers, transportation, and everywhere you turn, there is junk food. Yes, yes, yes. And I don't know about you guys too, but you go in these hospitals now, and some of these hospitals have like a McDonald's. It's like, what's that about? I just don't understand it. Well, I do. It's money. It's a money maker. I'm sure they're making money. And I don't know. Patrice is in the medical field. Is this something that is ever talked about, some of the junk food that's sold in hospitals? Because I wondered if they ever sold cigarettes in the hospital stores. You know what I mean? So, and food is not well, in the United States and other countries it is. A lot of these foods are classified as on the carcinogen list, and you shouldn't have them, but here it's kind of like everything goes, I feel like. So we'll have to see. I think that's probably going to change. I don't know. Diva, she says, Diva, you're welcome. Thank you. Lakeisha, so sweet. Delilah says, I'm old, losing a ton of weight, so there's no reason I believe I won't look like a wrinkly Sharpie dog. Oh my gosh. No, but you know what? I mean, you got to embrace it. It is what it is. So let me ask you guys, because I've seen some people on YouTube that have hanging skin. Have you seen those people that are just walking around with their hanging skin, and they'll be in a bathing suit? So would you rather have hanging skin, or would you rather be not obese to the point where you're like overweight and you can't move, or would you rather be like maintain a little chunkiness? So you don't have the hanging skin. Which one would you guys prefer? I wonder. So that's the choice. The hanging skin, lots of sagging skin. And I don't just mean like, your breast tissue, or, your buns aren't as perky. I mean like your stomach, your arms, there's hanging skin everywhere, literally. Or would you rather be a little bit more chunky and have, so your skin is not as wrinkled? Because I've seen some of those videos, and some people say, I'm glad I'm not overweight anymore. I don't care about the hanging skin. I could put on clothes. And then some people are just heartbroken over it and say, if they had known that they were going to look the way they look, they would have opted not to lose the weight. So, it could, people have, varying opinions that are actually going through it. Patrice says the quality department does talk about it and how it relates to health insurance expenses when it affects the revenue. Of course, yeah, they talk about it. Thanks for sharing that. Delilah says, just a few decades ago, hospital candy strippers sold cigarettes to patients in bed. I've heard that before. No, but yeah, that was a long time ago. That was when, you couldn't really even watch a movie and your stars weren't smoking. I think that's why so many people became cigarette smokers, because it was glamorized in Hollywood. Lakeisha says, my arms are so flabby, but I'm toned up. Okay, very good. Jen says she'd rather have hanging skin. All right, all right. Patrice says, I definitely have the hanging skin in the abdomen and breast area. Not sure if it will ever go away, but working on toning. Okay, very good. So so you take that probably over having those excess pounds, I'm sure, it sounds like, but I could be wrong. Delilah says, I think it depends. Does it get in my way? Does it hinder my day-to-day? Regardless, I'm saving for a skin remover. I know you said you were saving for that. So that'll be interesting. We can't wait to, pray for you through it, and just hope that everything, we know everything's going to work out, but just hope that it, brings you all the joy and the relief and, the happiness that you're seeking out with that. And you know what? I am such a baby with surgeries and just everything. I don't know if I would ever do that, but, I never say never. I have learned at 52 to never say never. So, you don't know. One day you could be logging on here. You never know what I'll do and say, I'm having skin surgery. Please pray for me. So, yeah, I'm interested to see, how that goes for you and what your journey looks like. And, you definitely could be a support to somebody that's contemplating it. So I hope you plan on documenting that on your channel. All right, very good. So what about you guys? Before we leave, does anybody have plans for the holidays? Like what are you guys doing for the holiday? Do you have big plans? I told you guys I'm cooking starting on Wednesday. Hopefully my daughter is not sick. My daughter woke up with the sore throat, and every time I wake up with the sore throat, I get sick. Remember the last time, I lost my I actually lost my voice. So hopefully she's starting to feel better. She says she wants to go to them gymnastics, but she's so exposed to germs there that we'll see if she can last through it. But she's not feeling so hot, and she never gets sick, so something eventually caught up with her too. She's usually, a healthy little lady. Kofia says her goal is to look good naked. So whatever that weight is. Now, Kofia, you were saying you wanted to get down to a size 10. Or did you say you're not sure if you wanted to be an 8, you like the way the 10 fit? I'm thinking that's the conversation we had last week. Delilah says, yep, got my penny jar stacking up because I'll tell you, as of right now, my apron and inner thigh hanging skin can really hurt and get in the way. Well, I bet, and you've lost so much weight. So, yeah, that's definitely a needed surgery for you. That's what they say. Insurance will pay for it if it's hindering your day-to-day, activities. Um, thank you. He says, "Oh no, I'm praying for your baby." Yeah, she's 7. This little lady has never even had an ear infection. She does not get sick very often. Jen says, "Give her some vitamin C." Yes, I will. I will. I had her eating some oranges, and she told me they were too soft, so I had to throw those out. We just left the grocery store though. I'm trying to think. Did we get more oranges? I don't think we did. Lakeisha says, "Staying home, relaxing, cooking, and rest." Rest. Oh, she's cooking and she's getting rest. That's her plans for Thanksgiving Day. Continue my weight loss journey. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in advance. Kofia says, "Give her some garlic, ginger, and honey. Simmer it and chop it up and make a tea." Now, can kids drink tea though? I have a green tea. I don't know if you remember me showing that green tea that I had. It's a ginger tea. When I got sick, I have some lemons. She likes just eating lemons. And so lemons are vitamin C. So we have some lemons. So I'm going to chop that up. But I didn't know if I could give her tea because of that caffeine in it. Kofia said 10 is good. 8 is too small. Okay. 8 is too small. So okay, so what if you don't look good? Well, you probably will because you know what you want to weigh. But as you said, if you don't look good as a size 10, you might have to go down to that size 8. But it sounds like you are going to love it at a size 10 if you're not already there. Delilah says insurance says they will pay for the skin removal on the stomach, but nowhere else. So I'm still going to try to. So on the skin, but nowhere else. Patrice, does that sound right? Oh my gosh, that sounds so like that's crazy to me. Maybe because I'm thinking of your whole body has the skin. Why your abdomen? Because I would think it would probably be. I don't know. Is the skin worse on the thighs than it is the stomach? I don't know. I would think the thigh would be worse to have the skin there and need to be removed because you're walking. That's pretty interesting. I don't know. I've never heard of that. That's what I love about this GLP community. You learn so much. Um, Kofia says she gives her kids green tea and lemons. Okay, so maybe I'll try that with her tonight. Like I said, if she makes it through this class, I don't know if she'll even make it through. Um, so we'll see. Let's see. I'm waiting for Delilah to see what he says. If it's Patrice still in here, I'm wondering, is that that they're paying for? Let me put that up again. They're paying for skin removal on the stomach, but nowhere else. And I know 2 people who actually had skin reduction surgery, removal surgery, and I've never heard of that. But I know also your insurance, it depends on your insurance coverage too. So, it could be that because of the insurance, I'm guessing. Kofia, I am going to try the green tea and lemons. I think that sounds yummy for my tummy. I'm going to drink some with my daughter. Patrice says yes. Now I don't know how paniculectomy, paniculectomy. It's the paniculectomy, but they're so they would only do it in one part of the body. So you go in to do surgery and you see it's skin on the stomach, and you see it's a skin on the thighs, but you only will pay for the stomach. That just sounds kind of different to me. Like not making sense. But what do I know? I mean, hey, that just sounds kind of weird. So I guess they don't think that it's a detriment to have hanging skin on your thighs, but it is on your stomach. Debbie says, "Hey, Debbie, Debbie's weight loss revolution. I was told whatever your doc says you will need, they will pay for." So, Delilah, did your doctor say you needed it in both places? Because Debbie's saying that, she was told whatever your doctor says she will need. Because I think Debbie is also having that procedure done too. There's also caffeine-free teas, yes, but I don't have that one at home. I'm not going to go back to the store. It is so crowded in these stores. Right now because of the holiday, it's unbelievable. I'm glad I went and got out of there. I can't even imagine, after my church has two services, an 8 a.m. and an 11 a.m. But most people, I think, go to the 11 a.m. just in churches in general, 10-ish, 11. So just imagine right around now is when they're letting out. And I can't even imagine being in there with all those people. Patrice says, oh, I can never spell that. Kofia says, my body is toning up nicely. I'm building muscle to replace the fat in the skin. And that is so cool. That is so cool that you're doing that. They better do these hanging boobs, Debbie says. They better, Debbie. They will. Kofia says, for Thanksgiving, I'm chillaxing, going to my dad's. Tell dad, hello, dad. I love dads. The Patrice Denise says, not sure why that area over the other, but I think because it covers the genitals and can cause infections and pain. Okay, that makes sense. Now I understand a little bit better. You're very lucky, Debbie. Aw. Jen says, the only queen that matters on TikTok. The only queen that matters on TikTok. What does that mean? Because I'm not on TikTok. I need to get on TikTok. Well, I won't say I'm not on TikTok. I have a profile that I go to. I can look on TikTok, but I'm not like usually on there. Something will have to pop up in my screen, or I have notifications on that little icon app on your phone, and I'll click that from time to time. But I guess people are telling me like I need to be on TikTok. I thought TikTok was banned too. Isn't that banned? Like the year should be, isn't by June they have to like hightail it out of the United States? I think that's why YouTube is trying to come up with their shorts, and they want to be able to replace that TikTok. I don't know though. I'm not a TikTok person, but so that's what I thought. Okay, so Delilah, we have to pray for you that you could get this. It says, my doctor says I have to wait to get closer to the goal to talk about what they could fight for. Okay, so it's still a possibility. But as of right now, the insurance says, nice try, but no. Okay, so that doctor has to kick in and kind of confirm what you're telling them. If I were you, and you're probably already doing this, I would keep a detailed journal and documentation every day of whatever I'm feeling, pains, aches, anything, that you could keep track of to help your cause. I would definitely have that all in order, ready to go for the doctor. So if the doctor tries to come with that, you can say, wait a minute, doc, this is my list. Now I can email my doctor, which I love, and she responds within, it says 48 hours, but she responds within 24 hours. And I would be telling her all those things that are going on with me, in addition to the journal. So I don't know if you have that option or not to email with your doctor, but if you do, it's great, because then you have it documented as well, like something you can access in your medical file. Bye, Patrice. Bye. She has to head out. Enjoy chatting. We enjoyed you too. Come back next week. Oh my goodness. So I wanted to tell you guys, let me put this up one last time. Let me add my little Now I got on the scale and the reason why it says 258 and not my old weight of 260 because I got on the scale and forgot to turn on the recorder, which is what I always do. So then I was like, I want to record this. So I went back and pushed it. Most of the time I forget. Today I forgot and went back. So you can actually see it like, live while it's happening. So we have that. And then of course, here we go. Here we go. I'll put this up real fast. My little weight loss here. Oh man. But I don't love to take pictures, eh, I like to take selfies. I like to take myself because I can catch myself at a good angle. But I'm not really a fan of taking a lot of photos, body shots especially. And but I just love this. I just love it. Can you guys hear me? Um, can you guys hear me when I am off the screen? Can you hear me in the chat when I'm not on the screen? Yeah, Jim, we were wondering what woman. I don't know what you were talking about. I might have missed a comment in the chat. Delilah says, "What woman?" And is the name the only queen that matters? Nadia is saying no. Jazz is saying no, I can't. Somebody must have asked a question, or did I? I can't remember. Oh, she says that woman helps get insurance. Oh, so Jen is saying this lady, I guess she's called the queen, the only queen that matters. She helps get insurance pay for skin removal surgery. So, oh my goodness, you have to hook up with her, Delilah. Do you know who that is? He's asking, she's asking, is the name the only queen that matters? Nadia, I'm not sure what you're saying. Oh, sorry. I did ask a question. I did ask, can you hear me when I'm off the stage? Okay, so that helps. Because this is a different kind of a background, I can't be on and off at the same time. I'm kind of learning how to work all this. Okay. All right, so that lady, though, anybody else interested in this skin removal surgery? Um, Delilah is very interested in all things skin removal because that's a something that she has coming up. So you should go to that only queen that matters. Now I'm gonna go there and check it out just because I want to know like what she's talking about as far as the skin surgery. Okay. It's not free, but she tells you what to say. Okay, okay. She tells you what to say to the doctor or whoever's going to help try to get you the surgery. Kofia says not when the other screens are there. Okay, all right, very good. Yeah, I couldn't tell if you could hear me or not. It's because I have this is a different kind of a background going on. Okay. All right. Anything else for the cause? Anybody? Kofio, how much are you down now? Does anybody want to tell us how much they have lost in total? I hear these totals from week to week, but it's nice to just see it and give people credit because I know a lot of people say that their friends and family aren't saying anything about their weight loss, aren't noticing it, aren't bringing it up. Aren't mentioning anything about it. And so I have a friend who said she's lost 60 pounds, I believe, and her husband has not said one word to her yet. And you could tell she lost weight. Like, it's just so obvious. And, I just was giving her some positive feedback about it, telling her maybe, he doesn't want to say he noticed you slimming down because maybe in his mind, he thinks if he said that, that would mean you didn't look good before. And she said she wasn't buying that. She said she was ready to talk to him about it. So I wonder if she has in fact done that. I haven't. I'll have to check in with her before Thanksgiving to see. But have you guys had people who, you obviously have lost weight and they haven't mentioned anything about it? I had that for so long, but I wasn't as far as 60 pounds. I mean, that's a lot of pounds for somebody to not notice, especially somebody that you see day in and day out. But I get that. I also get that too. If you see somebody every day, maybe you don't notice it as much, but 60 pounds, come on now. That's a lot. That is a lot. Um, okay, so yeah, Delilah, they told me my volume does go down when I'm not live on the screen. We definitely see the difference in your selfies. Looking great, Dee Dee. Thank you. Yes, yes. And even on here, though, when you come on live, and I guess if you saw me in person, I feel like I look chunkier on here. They always say you look bigger on videos than you do in real life. I think that is very true. Because I was just looking at my face today in the mirror, and I have like skin here. I don't know if you can see that ruffling skin. Look at that. You guys see that? That skin um on my face. I'm like, what is it? Or on my neck? I'm like, what is going on? Like, I gotta figure out. I feel like it's like creping skin or something. I don't know. So that's the only place I have wrinkly skin like that. Like, it's right in my neck area. And I remember, oh gosh, I remember when my mom got that, and my first thought was I teared up because I thought my mom is getting older. She has one of those necks, and now look at me. Look at that. I don't know if you guys could see that, but yeah, it's just that skin. So yeah, and it is nice, it's so you almost go from like a double chin to like skin down there, and I don't really like that. Now sometimes when I turn, depending on how I turn, some days it looks like I have another chin, and like today it doesn't. Like, I'm moving it around now, but yeah, it's kind of weird how that works. But yeah, my face is pretty much slimming down. So I can see how people say, you could get a Ozempic looking face or Manjaro, Zepbound, whatever kind of GOP face you call it. It's just losing weight face. It's a losing weight face. I think I've noticed that when I've lost weight, even not being on a GOP-1. Oh, Delilah has found her. Good job. I'm glad you did. I'm down. I'm down 4.8 week 16. As of yesterday, 45 pounds. Oh my gosh, very good. I love that. That is awesome, Kofia. You are doing it. All right, Jen says, okay. Debbie says, minus 200 pounds. My kids who don't lose won't say anything about what? My kids who don't need to lose won't say anything about my weight loss. More people who haven't seen me in a long time say, wow, I wonder why that is. So I always like to go to the positive thought. And so the half glass, the glass half full, and say, maybe your kids are also thinking like this husband and thinking, if I say something, maybe that means, maybe they think if they say something that kind of means that I don't know, they are acknowledging that you are bigger. I don't know. Um, are you planning to say anything to them, Debbie? Like, oh my goodness, you haven't noticed my weight loss. I ended up saying that to my dad, and he was like, oh, I did notice. I thought so, but I really wasn't sure, and I didn't want to say anything. Sometimes weight topics could be a touchy subject for people. And before I have had to tell people, like close people to me who, sometimes people feel like they could tell you and say to you constantly what to eat, what not to eat. They kind of monitor your um weight loss, and then it just goes kind of haywire. Um, so yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't know. I don't know why they haven't said anything. 200 pounds. Like, you guys cannot tell me they don't notice 200 pounds, because people were saying to me, well, people probably don't notice 40 pounds. They probably don't notice 35. And then so now somebody's not noticing 60 pounds of a friend of mine, and then she just tells me 200 pounds. And they notice, but what we want to know is, why haven't they said anything? Well, we might not want to know. I want to know, Debbie. So I'm the type of person, I'll just ask you. And how have you asked, or you just have you're just gonna wait until they acknowledge it? That's interesting. Very interesting. Kim J says, "Oh, I have a neck that wrinkles too. Let me do some neck." Yeah, I do. I say that too. Let me do some neck exercises. The funny thing though is, it kind of reminds me of that I'm losing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in a way, it's kind of like a good sign that I'm losing, but it's also like, geez Louise, like I don't want that. Um, Weight loss, it is a touchy subject. And simply Taisha, you know what? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Usually I schedule these for 2 o'clock, and today for some reason I scheduled it for one. I didn't mean to. I was just thinking, I was rushing to get here, and I was just thinking, like, time has gone by so fast. Well, my daughter has gymnastics, and so usually I do my live and then I go straight to gymnastics. So now I have a little bit of a buffer in there in between. And so I'm sorry, you'll just watch the playback, Simply Taisha, but the replay. But yeah, I was thinking, geez Louise, my morning went by so fast. That is why, because I'm an hour ahead of schedule. So I don't know what I was thinking when I did that, but I want to fix that because that also gave me a cutoff. I had to leave because I had to somewhere to go. Um, so that's good. I could maybe give my daughter some green tea really, really quickly here. Debbie says, my kids both need to lose weight, so I think they don't want to hear. Oh, okay. Well, that probably is it. That probably is it. They need to lose themselves. Oh my goodness. Well, Simply Taisha, do you want to give us an update on your weight loss before we go? And I know you'll be live tomorrow. So join Simply Taisha. I believe she's live tomorrow, Monday at 7. And I know she's in maintenance. She says, I'm glad to have caught you. I'll definitely watch the replay. Yes, yes, yes. Kofia, are you doing something tonight? I don't know. A little bit later. Last week I watched Kofia cooking. She was cooking chili with one of her friends, and I was cooking baked chicken, thighs, rice, and cabbage. So she was cooking and I was doing my own cooking. So yeah, let us know. Simply Taisha says, I have an update video coming out today. I am still at 129 pounds, which is great because that's what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to maintain. So we're going to watch out for that video. If you're not subscribed to Debbie's Weight Loss Revolution channel, subscribe to her. I'll post that up here. And then we have Simply Taisha. We also have Kofia. We have Delilah in here. If I forget anybody, please say something. When you're looking at this chat, it could be so overwhelming. It's so many things to scroll down. She is Tamika. She's another one. Patrice Denise was in here. She had to leave. We'll put her up there. So the crew, the crew was here. So yeah, you guys, thank you for coming in. Root me on. I have 2.4 more pounds to go. I plan to kick it up a little bit more of a notch to get to that 2.4. So I'm praying that I do it by Thanksgiving Day. But if not, definitely by that Sunday, because that's the time I'll be reporting it out. Now I might have to do some breaking news if something happens before Sunday. But if not, I'm going to hold out to that 7th day and see what happens and see if I can break that 50-pound loss. You guys have been awesome for cheering me on. I am super excited. And then I will see you guys on Monday at Taisha's. I don't know. Let me see if Kofia said she was going to be on. Yes, at 5 Eastern, she's going to try on clothes in her closet. So if you're not subscribed to Kofia Fit at 40, anybody out there in YouTube land, subscribe to her. Let's go watch her. I'll be leaving gymnastics if I make it that long. I told you my daughter's not feeling so hot, so I don't know. But I'll try to tune in. I won't try. I will be there for sure, Kofia. And then we will see you at Kofia's later if you're going to be there on her channel. I'll see you on Monday with Simply Taisha. And back here on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we're going to be talking all things Thanksgiving. What's our plan moving forward? I don't know if I'll have something else to, a hot topic to kind of talk about. But I'll see you on Wednesday at 8. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate it. Have a blessed Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you can get some relaxation in there. Bye.